the role of the NCRHA is really supposed to be to provide an avenue for players working up from the youth levels to give them a place to aspire to play.
We get dozens of phone calls throughout the day and the week of parents and players calling saying, my son is looking to go to college and he wants to play in the hockey, where can I go?
And these are the students now that have stuck with that sport for 10, 12 years, and they're graduating high school, and all of a sudden we're seeing this influx and this growth and a development that we almost can't even accommodate. It's amazing. I mean, it's actually exciting that all of these students want to play roller hockey, and they want to go to college, and they want to play roller hockey in college, and they want to represent their schools.
And the NCRHA fills that role by supplying or providing support and the tools and the avenues for the college player to play inline hockey.
You know, there aren't a whole lot of people that ever really get that opportunity. I mean, you take a campus, a large campus, Ohio State, 60,000 people, and how many actually get to participate in sports representing their university? Very few. And so this provides an excellent opportunity for those people to get to represent their school in a competitive environment.
And with it being collegiate hockey, it's probably one of the purest forms of the game. It's quite a lot of fun for the guys and for their families when you play for the pride of your school, and this collegiate level hockey is a great example of that.
Is back underway. Here goes Schwartz. He breaks away. He and his brother are down there 2-on-1. Schwartz back to his other brother. They score! Oh my goodness, what a play!
One of the things that makes NCRHA unique is we are the only college roller hockey league in the country.
The NCRHA is made up of 8 individual member organizations that are composed from different geographical regions of the country.
One of the things that's been a problem in the years past with inline hockey is it's been very fragmented, and the NCRHA has been able to, at the college level, tie all that together and bring everybody together and help move the sport forward at that level.
By creating the NCRHA to govern and oversee all the individual regions, we can now create standards that every region abides by.
Getting referees across the country, from New York to California and Florida to Chicago, all on the same page, making sure that everybody is using the same rules and the same regulations, and making sure that we have a safe playing environment and a fair playing environment for all players that come out here.
The dangerous play is taken out by the rules and by the referees. And what's left is a very fast, skilled, clean game between players of very good skill moving at a high rate of speed.
And with all the kids coming out of high school now, inline hockey is it's at this growth, it's at this explosion. A lot of them are continuing their education because now they know they can play roller hockey in college.
The colleges of the NCRHA start out in September, and they have tryouts. They all play for 9 months out of the year. These programs are run just like a varsity team. It's much different than a lot of the tournament teams who know each other for a few months, maybe a few weeks before they go out and try and compete for a national championship. These guys practice weekly, sometimes daily, and they look forward for an entire year for this event.
Sorry about nationals, is just the fact that we all get to go away together for a really long time. We're like a family at this team, and it's a lot of fun being away together.
We have 53 teams in 4 divisions, 24 D1 teams, 16 D2, 4 D3, and 9 B teams. I mean, the place has been packed pretty much all weekend, as you probably can hear from the sound behind me.
It's a whole year for 3 games. 3 games in your home if you don't have it. So it's amazing to see these guys come out and compete for their schools and lay it all on the line.
The league, it's really competitive. All the teams seem like they're really good, really competitive, and we just had a great time here.
Every time new freshmen come in, every team is getting better. The teams that were totally so dominant for many years are starting to get people nipping at their heels, and it's really good for the sport.
The NCRHA is comprised currently of 178 colleges across the country, which means we have over 5,000 individual college athletes playing in our organization.
The sport is a very fast-growing sport and needs the support of everyone involved. And trying to tie as many sponsors together and as many organizations and groups together, working together, is only going to advance the sport.
So I would encourage this level of sport is kind of an untapped market for many industry leaders, in our sport, for product, for equipment, so on. I see a lot of players, a lot of schools, a lot of opportunities here for those manufacturers to maybe get more involved in this. I really encourage that.
For manufacturers then, obviously we're talking dollars. And the more players there are, the more they're buying equipment, the more they see teams sponsored by a certain manufacturer, the more interested those kids are going to be in buying equipment and supporting that manufacturer. The bottom line is that the more the sport grows, the more it helps everybody.
And I think it's great. And some of the schools now that are helping students with scholarships and helping them with money to get them to come play at that school is really expanding our growth.
There's always a need for people to help out and help promote new schools and getting involved. And by having high school players that are in the backyards of many colleges, those high school players are thinking, how can I get involved? This is a great high school league, but where do I go from here? And there's a need out there for those high school leagues and administrators to partner with the NCRHA, who's more than willing to do so, to help bring more schools involved and get those kids an opportunity to play maybe locally instead of necessarily having to go out of state to play.
We really need to get to the point where schools are taking this seriously and dumping money into it and really funding their teams very well, preferably with scholarship money and with paid coaches, trainers, staff, to the point where we can have schools visiting each other, one-on-one, home-away type games.
And it's so exciting that they go to these schools and they connect with other students in their school that can play hockey. So the students get together, they go to the school, they ask the school for some help, they find out where they're going to be recognized, they contact us, and then we try and give them tools and items and things that have been created by the NCRHA for everybody, for them to use as guidelines in growing their team.
And I would encourage every player that has a roller hockey background, once they get to college level or university level, to try to develop a program. It's really not that difficult to do, and go out in your community and see if you can get some help getting it organized. There's a lot of potential sponsors perhaps, or just help within your area that maybe some people who have already had some experience in the sport would love to get in there and help you start a program.
Funding is key. It really is. We need to provide money for scholarship opportunities, because that's what really is going to drive high school players into having interest in competing and staying with the sport of roller hockey as opposed to going off into another sport that might offer scholarship. This is a phenomenal opportunity. Look at what these teams are doing. Look what these players are representing your school, and look what they have going on. It's a great thing. Come out, be supportive, get involved, get behind them.